And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At their own 23-yard line.
Sit up! 180! 54! I got him! Watch out, watch out!
On 1st down, it's Holland. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Holland. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Todd Gurley, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Broken tackle. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
But never takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Right there, 54 Mike. Not here. Alert, 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 alert. SOS.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run. It's Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. First down, Murray. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come on now, come on now. Slam.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Murray now to throw. There he goes inside the 30. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Murray now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick. Nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
On 2nd down, it's Holland, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Murray. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Murray now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 2nd down now, it's Armstrong, and he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
From the 41, Trubisky firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, D.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And it's taken in at the 9. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Right back to him on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They go play action. Trubisky. Incomplete.
Trubisky's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Wide, get wide. Hey, switch gears.
Now Kaepernick, his first toss off the bench. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a give right side. Holland. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holland, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Trubisky now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Now Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
See what you got.
Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
You're not ready. Check 50. Check 30. You draw quarter. Check the alert.
Trubisky to throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Murray, flushed out right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky completes it to Aguilar. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They'll keep it on the ground. Holland, and across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Throwing again. Murray looking deep for Gabriel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
18.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Vic Beasley in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second and long. Murray escaping the pressure right. He's got it to James White. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Vikings on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Throwing again, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 22.
First down, Vikings.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
58, right over there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Dancing to his left. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Murray now on first down. He gets it to Gurley, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray again. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Throw left side complete. That's Holland. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Trubisky to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, They have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.